Hi everyone. So today I'd like us to talk about worship. Why is it that God tells us to worship Him? And the reason I'm talking about this is because a lot of people struggle. They think, I need to be perfect. I need to be living a very, holy life before God accepts my worship. But today I'm coming to tell you that number one, God does not tell us to worship Him just for Him to feel good or because He has low self esteem and He needs people to psych Him up so that He can feel good. No, 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 no. The reason God tells us to worship Him is because, when we begin to worship, we get into the Spirit naturally. I mean, if you've ever, if you speak in tongues, you know that it is actually easier to pray in tongues when there's worship music in the background, or yeah, it is when we worship Him, it is when we experience like His presence comes down. And your worship does not have to be perfect. Yeah, you just need to be available to show up and to sing. It doesn't matter whether you are facing something, it doesn't matter whether you are struggling, whether you have um, something bothering you, whether you are bitter. Like, no, just show up. And God does great things when you worship. Now I'm reminded of the instance where God directed the Israelites to move around the walls of Jericho. God was not looking, checking at every single person. Is this one perfect? Now, what is the probability that out of all those guys, that each one of them was perfect? Is it possible? No. And of course, and these people were not filled with the Spirit. So you can imagine they were even lower spiritually compared to us. And still, their worship bore something in the Spirit. And the same is still the same principle applies today. Now let's look at Paul and Silas while they were praising in the prison. You see that the prison gates were opened. And guess who? They were able to leave, and even the other prisoners who are not even living also left. So even like someone else can benefit out of your worship. Okay, you can be worshiping and people near you are the ones that are getting affected. So we do not um, just worship, out of a religious activity. I'm recording this video so that the next time you're in church and you're singing, you know that while you are surrendering, while you're giving praises to God, God is actually doing something in the Spirit. God is moving in your situation. God is opening doors. God is fighting your battles for you. And yeah, God is giving you victory in every situation. So yeah, I hope you're now feeling encouraged and now you understand that God is not a narcissist. He's not asking for praises just for I mean, He doesn't need our praises. He can do without it. He has angels. He has the 24 elders. But then He tells us to do it because He understands that, this is what He made us for. And this is the only way that, okay, it's not the only way, but it is one of the major ways that we can connect with Him. It is one of the major ways that we can get in flow with the Spirit. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, please like, please subscribe, please share with a friend, please put a comment below. And yes, also have Bible verses that you can meditate on in my shorts. Please check them out. And today I want to pray for you that you'll be able to worship in spirit and in truth. And to worship in spirit and in truth just means that you understand who you are in Christ. You understand that when you show up, you're praying, you're worshiping not out of your own righteousness, but out of Christ's righteousness. And that is why you don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up. Yeah, so see you in the next video.